Welcome, family and friends. We've come here together today at the beautiful Melbourne Botanical Gardens to celebrate the marriage of James Stephen Peters and Toula Christakos. Jim, Toula and I wish to acknowledge the traditional owners of the beautiful botanical gardens, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We wish to acknowledge the elders past, present and emerging. My name is Rep Corker and I am a civil celebrant. I am legally registered to solemnise marriages according to the law, and it is my honour to be here to conduct today's ceremony. Jim and Toula wish to thank you all for being with them today. They have forged a love across countries, and it means a great deal to both of them that many of you here today have travelled across continents to share this day with them. Family is incredibly important to both Jim and Toula, so to have their family and friends travel from interstate as well as all the way from Greece to surround them today means a great deal to both of them. Also, a huge thank you to Nikki, who is acting as translator for today's ceremony. We extend our dearest thanks to you and also to everyone else here for being here to share this special day with them. Thank you and Efkaristo. I wish to say that we're blessed to have all of you with us today. And while we celebrate being here, we should also celebrate the people that are unable to be with us today. As we grow older, we lose people close to us. However, we know that they are with us during the difficult times as well as the celebratory times. For that reason, I wish to acknowledge those not with us today. Jim and Toula would like to take a few moments of silence to remember those not here with us. Thank you. Today's ceremony represents a joining of Jim and Toula, but also the formation of a loving and supportive community around them. With this marriage, you are all now connected, and Jim and Toula would like to take a moment to also celebrate your contribution. So please turn to those around you and offer a smile or a hug in thanks for your contribution to get us here today. Thank you. It's an honour to be standing up here today, to be a part of such a special day in the lives of these two wonderful people. I first encountered their love only recently. However, I immediately saw the warmth and care that they held for each other. They laugh, they talk about each other with such a smile, and they have such a calm and endearing kind of love. Theirs is a love that has crossed borders, but has brought them together in this beautiful ceremony here today. Jim describes his love of Toula as all-encompassing. He adores her, and every moment he gets to spend with her is a privilege. Anyone who has seen these two together knows that he cares for her dearly and loves her playful but caring nature. Toula describes Jim as her loving bear. His hugs are something to behold, she says. She feels at once warm and safe as soon as they embrace. He has been a rock for her during some of the toughest times and a comedian for her during the fun times. We can all see the love and devotion that these two have for one another and for each other's families. It's a beautiful kind of love. When we talk about love, often we talk about how people met, but do we talk about how they keep it going? The romance, the love, the passion. How do we sustain that across years or across a lifetime? The ancient Greeks had different words for different kinds of love, which makes sense because it is one of the most complex forms of human emotion. They talked about eros. This is the passionate love we experience when first falling for a person. This is the love that Jim and Toula would have experienced meeting as high school sweethearts in the 70s. This is the love that they rekindled when they met again 2 years ago. The ancient Greeks also talked about philia. This is a love with warmth, a love through companionship. This is a love we would commit our life to. And this is the love we are witness to today. After over 40 years of not being in each other's lives, after separately raising two beautiful families, we are now witness to two wonderful people meeting again falling in love again and committing their life to one another. And I think it's fitting that we talk about the ancient Greeks and their concept of love, because Toula often refers to Jim as her Adonis. The love they show one another, it's true, right? The love they show one another, the love that they each embody, this is a love they are committing their life to, and this is a love that we celebrate today. Of course, today's date is the 11th of July 2019, 11/7/2019. These are all odd numbers in order to keep in line with the Greek tradition of odd numbers providing good luck. There are a number of traditions here today that are vitally important to Jim, to Toula and their families. It is my honour to preside over this ceremony with all of these traditions in place. Odd numbers cannot be divided, and the joining of these two today is a recognition of two people and two families joined by love, not to be divided. Jim and Toula, today represents a day where not only do the two of you join, but so do your families. In particular, each of your two children, Kane, Julie, Chantel and Wes. I will soon ask each of your children to step forward and offer their contribution to the Unity Bowl. With this offering, you are now all a part of each other's lives. You are a family. Over time, life will change, but you will always be there for one another, as a family, united. Please make your contribution to the Unity Bowl now. Let you guys hold that. Thank you, Kane, Julie, Chantal, and Wes. I'll now complete a reading by Robert Fulham, asked for by Jim and Toula. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses. I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. I now ask Kobe to please bring forward the rings. Guido, sorry. Jim, I'll get you to repeat after me.
Okay.
I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, James Stephen Peters, take thee, Fatula Christa Christakos, to be my lawful wedded wife. I'll just ask you to translate it in for me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Fatula Christa Christakos,
Toula Christakos,
take thee, James Stephen Peters, to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
We will now take a moment to conduct the official aspects of today's ceremony, the signing of the certificates. Please mingle amongst yourselves. We're not quite finished yet. After we sign the certificates, we'll be taking photos over by the eucalyptus tree, so please don't go too far. Can I please ask John and Nikita to step forward for the signing of the certificates? I need you guys just to stand up and witness these guys. Nikki, can you just make sure she understands what she's saying?
Συγχαρητήρια.
Congratulations.
Συγχαρητήρια.
I've been asked by Jim and Toula to finish on a short quote from the Greek philosopher Democritus. Happiness resides not in possessions and not in gold. Happiness dwells in the soul. And with that, we look forward to witnessing the two of you sharing the happiness within your souls. It gives me great pleasure to, for the first time, officially introduce you as Mr. and Mrs. Peters. Jim, you may kiss the bride. Ευχαριστώ.